Mr. Villalobos.
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Happy Labor Day, brother. Doing good.
Appreciate it.
What are you doing any work today?
No.
Yeah, same here.
None at all.
We don't really consider this work, right?
No, this is a good time.
Gotcha. All right.
When I'll even start editing, that's when the work starts.
Oh.
Yeah. Not really. It's not that bad. I just kind of listen to it all over again.
Getting my Jersey Mike's order in, sorry.
Yeah. Getting a
Club sub number 8,
Club.
bro.
That's where it's at, man.
Extra bacon. That's it.
Yes.
Why would you ruin anything,
Is it that
dude?
giant sub?
Man, that'll take me all day.
But
But I'll do it.
Whole loaf of bread.
Just a whole.
It's eating the whole loaf of bread at one time.
Hey, man. Why the hell did you send me this trailer for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, man?
I mean, I saw it. Figured you needed to see it too.
You just but you sent it to me at the worst time.
Yeah,
we're
right
gonna
before-
post this, guys. We usually don't do this. This is usually just our cold open. Like we just like to BS through this here,
Yeah.
but like we have to post this trailer this week,
Oh yeah.
and it's because he sent this to me around like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night.
Perfect.
I'm about to lay it down, and he sends me Winnie the Pooh, and I'm like, oh, sweet. All right, maybe like a Winnie the Pooh. You know, they're
Right.
doing like Disney's doing a bunch of stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay, like Winnie the Pooh added Blood and Honey. Okay, this is a little weird, but can't be that scary. It's probably like a B or a C type movie, right?
Right.
This trailer was pretty good, man.
It was creepy too.
It was a creepy, but it was a
Yeah.
really good like B movie trailer. Like, it was a high end B movie
Right,
trailer. Christopher, why did he leave, man?
I don't know. I mean, guess that girl.
Winnie the Pooh
girl took him away.
Winnie the Pooh went crazy. Who's rolling with Winnie the Pooh?
A piglet.
That's Piglet.
It's piglet.
That's Piglet. Wow.
And I don't know if you know this one messed up thing is
Eeyore's dead.
yeah, they're like his bones are like sitting there on a table or something.
Wild. Wild.
Yeah.
So there's this horror movie coming out called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and we're gonna post it to our socials. So you all please review it. Didn't really sleep that night.
I mean, I figure we got October coming around.
You're right.
So I think we need a horror movie month.
I like it.
That's all I'm saying.
I like it.
That's all I'm saying.
We'll set it up. What do you think, JK? He gave me the steely eyes.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yep.
Dude, yeah, so we'll throw this on our socials. Let us know what you guys think. After watching it that first time, I basically cussed Javi out. I was like, why the hell did you send this to me? But then I ended up watching it like 7 or 8 more times before I went to bed.
Yeah, I watched it a few times too.
This is a very interesting trailer, man.
Right.
All right, man. So you're on vacation this week.
Yes, sir.
Like no real work.
Correct.
What are you doing with your time?
Trying not to do a whole lot with my time. I don't often take week-long vacation, so I got a few miscellaneous items to take care of.
That's what I'm asking. Like, what me and the fans, we want to know, bro. Everybody in San Jose wants to know what you're doing.
San Jose.
Hey, we want to know.
Yeah, I mean, doctor's appointment, old man stuff.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Change some brakes on the car.
That's right. Okay.
That's about it. That's about all I got going on.
All right, man. All right.
Not a lot of good stuff in the theater this week.
Not a lot of good stuff.
I was thinking maybe I'd go check one out, but there's really nothing we haven't seen already.
There's Top Gun Maverick was re-released.
Yeah.
And No Way Home was re-released.
Yes, it was.
And actually No Way Home topped the box office this past weekend.
Really? And I believe it had some extended scenes in there as well, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what they were, but
it's stuff that we already have because we already own it. It's just in the movie.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So that's that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll go check out Maverick again.
It's such a good movie,
it really
man.
was,
That Miles Teller's a good looking dude with the stash.
Miles Teller, yep.
Welcome to this week's episode of Movie in a Pod. I am Clyde Smith.
And I'm Javier Villalobos.
In this week's episode, we are discussing the trailers for the Weird Al Yankovic story, Barbarian, episode 3 of She-Hulk, and our movie of the week, Source code. All right, brother. Let's go ahead and jump right into this, man.
All right.
Did we need a biopic of Weird Al Yankovic?
Yes.
Yes,
we did.
With our buddy Daniel Radcliffe.
That's the only way. The only way it could happen.
It's the only way it could happen. All right, guys. So we got this movie explores every facet of Yankovic's life, from the meteoric rise to fame with his early hits like "Eat It" and "Like a Surgeon" to the torrid celebrity love affairs and famously depraved lifestyle.
Yeah. I am really looking forward to this, to be honest with you. I think Daniel Radcliffe's going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
He was hilarious in this trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, his seriousness that he portrayed, even when he was playing the Baloney song
Yep.
with the accordion, was fantastic. He had me laughing pretty good on this one. Yeah, I mean, Weird Al is such a interesting person, like, with what he does and like how much he loves it, right?
And he's one of these guys that's just been around forever.
And still around, just he pops up every once in a while. Movies, everything. So I'm looking forward to this one. It's gonna be pretty funny.
Dude, this is a Roku movie, like, original.
Everybody's
like,
stepping up their game right now, man.
Everybody's stepping up their game, man. Everybody's got a studio, man.
Yep.
All right. This also has the amazing Evan Rachel Wood as Madonna, Julianne Nicholson as Mary Yankovic, Rainn Wilson as Dr. Demento. Yeah. Some other Will Forte's in this movie as well. So there's some people in this flick, man. We're gonna post this on our socials. I'm gonna watch it only because, like, it's a biopic about somebody, and I like watching these.
Well, I think it's going to be kind of a big over-exaggeration of everything.
Oh, yeah. Weird Al is one of the writers.
Which is what I'm looking forward to.
He's one of the writers.
Yeah. So everything's going to be over-exaggerated, all this big fun. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. Guys, let us know what your thoughts are when we post this on our socials. All right, man. So you are talking about Halloween and some horror, scary thriller flicks here, man. We got Barbarian, a woman staying at an Airbnb. Can't even say at a damn Airbnb no more. They're scary.
Nope.
Discovers that the house she has rented is not what it seems. JV, talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, it shows us a lot, but it really doesn't give us much of storyline.
Yeah.
Right? So it looks kind of like a Saw thing, like a puzzle situation, is what I got from it at the end. But we don't know if the guy that's there is part of this or not, or if there's just somebody who's renting his house out that is just a terrible person.
Yeah.
No. You know what's going on underneath his house.
So as soon as I watched this trailer, I thought about the beginning of The Man from Toronto, right?
Right.
Where he kind of was at the wrong Airbnb or whatever. Right?
Yeah, I was like, did you not see this movie?
This is totally happened. Yeah. Black person and everything, man. Yeah. She's probably a little taller than Kevin Hart, but whatever.
A lot taller.
But yeah, it looks like she gets in, like, he has her stay there even though it was double booked or something, maybe. And she decides to stay, but then she goes deeper and deeper and deeper into this weird home and downstairs into like a cellar, and there's some caverns and stuff like that. The Mac guy, Justin Long, is in this, you know what I mean? So we'll see, man. There wasn't much there, but it did tickle the fancy. So I'll check it out, man.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. There's another movie dropping that's the same situation but completely opposite.
Oh.
I can't remember exactly what it was, but it has your boy from the Academy The Umbrella Academy.
Which one? There's a lot of boys.
Tall dude. I cannot remember his name. He was in Raccoon City as well.
Oh yeah.
I cannot remember his name right now.
Nope, can't remember his name either.
But it's a love story about the same thing where they're both like double booked for Airbnb.
Tom Hooper. I did see something like that.
Yeah.
What's going on with Mr. Hooper here? When they like fall in love, right?
Yes.
Or like whatever. Love in the Villa.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that is same concept, different pathway.
Netflix drop.
There you go.
All right. We'll probably review that one next week. Why not, guys?
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Next week we'll be reviewing the trailer for Love in the Villa. All right, guys. For Barbarian, excuse me.
Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts about this, man. Are you guys ready for spooky season? It's getting a little chilly out there now.
Yes, it is.
It's not 99 degrees outside. It's 97 degrees outside now. Okay,
slowly dropping.
Slowly dropping, guys. By February 10th, my birthday, we'll get to about 70 degrees.
Yeah, I think it'll be a nice day.
All right, man. Episode 3 of She-Hulk.
Oh boy.
The Body-ody-ody-ody-ody-ody-ody episode. That's what I would have called it. It's called The People versus Emil Blonsky.
Yeah.
But I'm on the I'll post this as well. I'm on the IMDb page for the episode.
Right.
Like they take like one shot or whatever. Mm-hmm. Them twerking.
I mean, that's all I've seen.
That's it.
The whole thing.
Every meme on the planet. This is the episode where She-Hulk actually represents Emil Blonsky, aka the Abomination, but his parole hearing doesn't go as planned.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this episode, man.
We'll start off with Abomination. He transforms, and Abomination just hangs out.
It was like kind of cool.
So I know it was a big thing when we first saw him about him being different.
Yeah.
And I guess we can assume that's because he's in control.
Yeah.
Just like Banner is.
Mm-hmm.
But that was pretty awesome. Like, he just destroys this whole cell almost when he transforms. Like, I could have got out any time, guys.
They're like yelling at him to be like, change back, damn it, change back.
They're all freaking out. Like they didn't know who this guy was.
Yeah.
So that was interesting side of him to see. His soulmates were there as well.
Loving up on him.
Yeah.
Guys, so there's like 2 parts. This is actually a really good episode because there's like 2 stories, right? Yeah. There's her representing him for his parole hearing, but there's also the other guy, Tom Segura, who is Pug. Augustus Pug is his name on the show. And he is representing this other lawyer who got framed or catfished, or what do you call that?
I believe it's
what would
catfish?
You call it? Yeah, he got catfished. He was dating. He thought he was dating Megan the Stallion, but he was actually dating a Asgardian shapeshifter.
Yeah, a light elf.
Light elf. Yeah. Yes.
I love that they are. This is the thing I love about Marvel, is they subtly speak of everything else going on.
Yeah.
Talk about New Asgard.
Yep.
She starts to quote Thor, his speech, and Judge is like, Thor's loving speeches are not admissible in court. That's my favorite thing about Marvel is all those little bits and pieces. Just a B storyline.
And you know what, dude?
It was fun.
Like, usually B storylines are pretty trash. This B storyline, this was good, man. Yeah. This was good to watch. And you didn't know how Jennifer Walters' character was going to really interact with it, because I thought she was going to spend her whole time. I thought she was actually going to throw hands with the Abomination at one point in time, right? Like, that's what it seemed like it was leading up to.
Yeah.
But she was really just representing him, which was cool.
Yeah. And she took the perfect opportunity to say, "Oh, connecting A and B storylines."
There you go.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. This episode was definitely fun. People ripped this episode a new one.
Yeah, as they do.
As they do, man. I will say, for the critics who don't like this show, Marvel's releasing content that's not for everybody.
Right.
You're not going to like everything, okay?
Yeah.
But this, once again, this is for people our age who can get behind stuff like this.
Megan Stallion, yeah.
Body-ody-ody-ody-ody, bro. I will say, man, that I was not expecting the twerk off at the end.
I wasn't expecting her to be in the episode.
Right.
And then she's just sitting in court.
Just chilling in the background.
Yeah, so I was like, what? Yeah, it was a good time. It was funny. See Wong, man.
Yo, I saw this.
Wong pops
I saw this meme the other day, and it was like, this guy who was holding like a ship or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if you sent it to me or something, but like something was holding a ship, and it was like Wong holding down the MCU Phase 4. He really is though.
I'm pretty sure that was Thor from Love and Thunder training.
Yeah. But it was Wong, dude. He's in everything. But like, he's one of those guys who can pop in, pop out.
Yep.
And he's fantastic at it.
That's what he did.
That's all I need you to do, baby.
Portal around. And what's funny about Wong in this one is he's so like out of it about like the way life is outside of
Shangri-La, whatever the hell.
Yeah. He's just like, I had to break him out because I need a worthy opponent. And they're like, yeah, that was a criminal offense. Like, it's time for me to go.
Cool. Let me get out of here.
Yep, I got to go. Yeah.
Nah, man, this was one of the better episodes of the season. Well, it was only 3. But I do like that it's not just going to be her representing these like superpowered guys.
Yeah.
She actually has an opponent. She doesn't know it yet.
Right.
She just thought they were like regular muggers at the end. But there's these guys who are trying to get after her and get after her blood.
Oh, yeah.
The question is, when she's normal, when she's like a regular human, not green,
right?
Is her skin be able to be pierced, or what's the case? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like with Banner, Hulk was always looking out.
Right? Always, yes.
So who's looking out for her when she's not a Hulk?
Exactly, right? Remember he tried to put a bullet in as Banner, and the other guy split. Like, I thought that was like fabulous, dude. I was like, okay, there's really a tandem here, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with these two, but she was caught off guard.
Yeah.
And then she realized, she's like, wait, this is all I got to do. So will she be caught off guard again? Will she hold up? Like, you know what I mean? So that's going to be a good plot storyline for the rest of the series here.
So, yeah, we learn it's not a reflex.
Yeah.
It's not a reflex that she turns into the Hulk.
Yeah. It's literally at will.
Yeah.
Which is way different than Bruce Banner.
Right.
So. All right, guys. Episode 3, The People versus Emil Blonsky, She-Hulk. You guys still watching, enjoying it? How was that twerk off, guys? Who you think won? Walters or Megan Thee Stallion? Let us know, guys. All right, brother. You ready to jump into this week's movie?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Got us a good one here.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Source code. This one dropped in 2011. A few other flicks that dropped at that time was Water for Elephants, Super 8, In Time, Limitless, Margin Call, Warrior, and one of the best horror comedy flicks of all time, man.
What's that?
The Cabin in the Woods.
Nice.
So good.
Yeah, it was all right.
It was so good.
It was a little weird.
All right, guys. Source code was directed by Duncan Jones, is written by Ben Ripley.
We have a $31.9 million budget. Box office brought in $147.3 million.
Right.
Starring in this movie, we have Jake Gyllenhaal as Captain Stevens, Michelle Monaghan as Christina Warren, Vera Farmiga as Captain Goodwin, Jeffrey Wright as Dr. Rutledge, Michael Arden as Derek Frost, Russell Peters as Dax Danoff, Scott Bagula as Donald Stevens, Frederick de Grandpré as Sean Fentress, and Kaz Anvar as Hazmi.
All right. That's let me help you out there, bro. That's the great Scott Bakula.
There you go.
Quantum Leap, man.
I knew who he is. I
just
didn't know what his name. Yeah,
good deal. My mom would have whooped our ass.
There's actually about to be a Quantum Leap reboot, sir.
With Liam Neeson?
Okay. Perfect.
I don't know if
I
that
don't
was
know who
true
it
or
is.
not.
I don't know. I just saw that it was gonna.
I learned Liam Neeson's going to be playing somebody. I saw it in a listened to it in a podcast.
Right.
I don't know who it is though. I hope it's Quantum Leap. Anyway,
Yeah.
Go ahead and give us that quick synopsis, man, so we can jump into this.
Yeah, man. We have a man who wakes up in a world he knows nothing about. He's in another person's body as he discovers, and he has to rerun 8 minutes of this person's life over and over until he can figure out who the terrorist is that makes this train explode at the end of these 8 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and jump right into this one. We got Jake Gyllenhaal as Captain Coulter Stevens or Sean Fentress. At first, we start.
Oh, you got it.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Right? He's saying he's Captain Coulter Stevens, but the beautiful woman that's right across from him where he wakes up said that his name is Sean. He's Sean Fentress. He's a teacher.
Yeah.
History teacher, right? So we go back and forth with him trying to understand. And this was a complex role for Jake. But this was fun to see, like, unravel, man. This is like one of those onions that you just want to pull back the layers, man, and he's going to find out.
Well, he has to, right?
It just doesn't make any sense to him.
Yeah. So the story for him unravels very slowly. Well, actually, he finds out that he found out his name was involved with the military operation where he lost his life.
Yes.
So he's like, no, it's not me. Right. He's like, oh, I'm standing right here. And then that unravels with finding out everything through Captain Goodwin, what's really going on in his life.
Yeah.
So we see him like working through these things, and I guess his mind starts to piece it all together, which then unravels his imagination.
Yeah, it was weird, man. This is like a science fiction action thriller, but there was a lot of like psychology in this as well, which was really cool because you're inside the mind of this basically a paraplegic guy who's only just like thinking, like he can't do anything else, right?
Right, yeah.
And they put him into this source code, which is the 8 minutes before, and he gets connected to this Sean Fentress teacher guy to figure out this, to stop this next bombing.
Yeah.
He does not want to do that. He wants to know why the hell he looks like this, how the hell he got on this train. And like the best thing, man, is he just wants to get back to his dad.
Yeah.
And I think like that's where the heart of this movie is, man, is like he doesn't care about anything. He doesn't know at first, but the next few dozen times, he's like, no, I got to figure out like me, my dad, why the hell I'm on this train, what the hell is going on here. But every time the train actually blows up, he gets a little bit more exposition, you know, from Vera Farmiga's character, from Jeffrey Wright's character. He gets a little bit more information. So he's just like, I don't want to do this. Like, get me out of here. But he does not realize that there is no get me out of here for him. He is not behind the wheel. He is not in control of anything.
Yeah. Because he's picturing like he's in like a pod.
Yes.
At first, it was kind of like, you know, is he...
Like a downed bird is what it looked like.
Yeah, like is he stuck somewhere? Is he... how's he in space? Is he... where is he at? Because we don't know either.
We don't know either, man. And all we see is like the little video camera of her.
Yeah.
Wild.
Right.
My one question is... Because he's basically like, you know, a vegetable. I think that's a better term. He's thinking and breathing. How are they feeding those images of her in the camera to him.
Right.
I thought that was very interesting, man.
Yeah, and that's little pieces we don't really ever
really ever understand, right? Like there's so much about this movie that's so like straightforward, but also very complex that I really liked about his character.
Yeah, and it's kind of a thing where they just make you assume it's because there is a camera.
Yeah,
because they show this camera on top of the computer a lot,
and she moves it between her and the doctor sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
So
and that's where that little screen. So I guess it's supposed to be assumed that he can see through the camera. That's his eyes or something.
Yeah.
So they don't explain that kind of thing. Just leave you to assume.
I will say this: if this was a Christopher Nolan movie, he definitely would have explained it. We would have been like, "Oh shit, that's super cool.
That's crazy." Yeah.
Yeah.
And stuff would explode.
But he's the guy, man, that goes through this this Groundhog's Day, this what's the Tom Cruise Emily Blunt movie, where he goes back in time on the same day on like D-Day or whatever,
like End of War,
Edge of Tomorrow.
I was completely wrong.
You know,
completely wrong.
Does that over and over and over again, right?
Yep.
Where he just has to repeat this until he figures it out. And I like that he gets it's like it's unraveling a mystery. Yeah. He gets closer and closer in the cues that he misses and things that he picks up later. This was a dope role for Jake, man. I really enjoyed this, how he kind of wanted to go about this, brother.
Right. Yeah, he just keeps on and keeps on digging. And, you know, like we said, it's all on him.
Yeah.
This whole movie's about this guy, which when it rolls back around towards the end, it's just that whole mind blown. They leave everything they can until the very last few moments of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed him in this role. He was serious. He was funny. He was all kinds of different emotions through this multi 8-minute adventure.
Multi 8 minutes, yes. All right, let's jump over here to Michelle Monaghan.
Sure.
Christina Warren. So she's also a teacher.
Yes.
She works with Sean Fintress, and she's basically the one she's one half of the exposition dump.
Right.
But she's the one who tells him all the things that he does not believe.
Gotcha.
Remember, he is in Sean Fincher's body, and she's telling him all that. He's just like, no.
Well, because he knows nothing about this guy.
He knows nothing about this guy, right? Yeah. And even that freak out when he goes to the bathroom in like the mirror, where it's like we see Jake Gyllenhaal, but when you look into the mirror and he's looking in the mirror, it's like the Sean Fincher's character, and you're just like, all right, this is getting wild, right? So like, there's a reason why she keeps on calling him Sean. Yeah, and he's denying it, and that he's this person and everything. I will say, in movies like this, man, you have to have that reason to get back in and like do it. You know what I mean? Right. Like solve the puzzle, save the day, and stuff like that. She's a fantastic reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Not only because like obviously like Michelle Monaghan is like super gorgeous, but she's just like that. She comes across in this movie with everything that she's saying as like the perfect fit for him, as like the perfect woman.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like she's funny, she's cute, she's sincere. You know, all she wants to do is get coffee with him, and she's like doing this light flirting, and he's just like brushing past it because he has no clue what the hell is going on naturally, right? Until him, just like any other of it, we're like, wait, let me back up a second. She flirting with me?
Yeah, I've only been through this, 14 times.
I think she's flirting with me, right?
Should be able to figure it out.
Right, so then he wants to go back in, and he's like, this is the mission now, right? Mission, let me solve this, but the mission is her, saving her. Yeah. And even when, like, he takes her off the train, and then it still blows up. Yeah. And then he gets out of the source code, and they're like, no, she's dead. He's like, no, I saved her. Yeah. Like, no, she's dead. So, very, very sad.
Right.
but he has like a North Star at this point in time. You know what I mean? He has a purpose. I really did enjoy it. And that's kind of her role for him.
Right. Because as the plot unravels for him and what he's really trying to do, and he starts to understand what's going on, that's still what he's doing.
Yeah.
Right. Still has nothing to do with finding the guy. That's the secondary.
Yes.
Because basically he just needs to stop the explosion so that she can survive.
1,000%.
Yep.
All right, dude. We got Vera Farmiga as Captain Colleen Goodwin. Talk to me, brother.
Yeah. I mean, she does a good job of being a webcam person.
She has an OnlyFans?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. You can tell she's kind of on the fence about this whole source code program.
Yeah.
Right. At first, she's, you need to do this, you got to do that. And then she starts to see that he's not just a program.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
She realizes he's not just a program, and he's thinking, he's still thinking about himself, and his perception of what's going on. Right. And she develops not feelings, but I guess she develops like a concern.
She's empathetic to him. Even once again, we don't see him until the actual end of the movie.
Yeah.
But during this entire time, she gets really empathetic towards him and what he's going through.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And this entire this is why this is such a good movie, man. Like this entire time, right? We are thinking that they are having a auditory conversation like me and you are having right now the entire time.
Yep.
Where come to find out, she's speaking into a mic, but everything that he's saying back is coming across to her on like a screen.
Yeah, and
like in text format.
And they flip that real fast.
Fast, man. And you see that and you're just like, wow, she can't even have like a normal conversation with this guy auditory to auditory, man. That's right. This is wild.
Yep. Because all the way up to the end, when he wakes up, he thinks he's in that pod.
Yeah.
And he's either in the pod or he's in the source code.
Yes.
So yeah, once that flipped too, that was a interesting turn.
So yes, we see that she does kind of, like you said, she has that, man, I know this is the mission and we're trying to save lives, but we're also trying to test our source code new project thing. But like, we're still dealing with a human being.
Right.
That has feelings. I don't care if he's a vegetable in that tube over there, right? Like this is a real person who has thoughts, feelings, everything. And this is the way that we're treating him.
Right.
And she's that person who also does that exposition dump for what is actually going on.
Yes.
Right. So we have Christina who's doing the exposition dump for Finterest, but Goodwin is doing the expedition dump for Coulter Stevens.
Right.
Right. And it's kind of like that weird dichotomy that he has to deal with.
Yeah.
And, obviously him being in that pod, when him being separated is really helping us understand as audiences, but also helps him understand like, all right, I'm clearly being put into like a program, or he thought it was like a program or like a training thing at first, right?
Yeah.
So like it was just kind of going back and forth, man. All right, we got Commissioner Gordon as Dr. Jeffrey Wright. Felix Leiter, he's been so many great characters, right? Jeffrey Wright as Dr. Rutledge. This is the guy who is the lead for the source code project with the United States Air Force, is what I'm guessing. And his main purpose is to get his baby off the ground, man. Yep. He has this humongous science experiment, right? He wants to take it to the talent show in the gym, and he wants to show it off and make money, man.
Just throw some batons for everybody, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Flaming batons.
But no, he's the really tough, I don't care about Coulter's feelings.
Right.
There's a mission, right? You have a little bit of time. No matter what you say, it doesn't matter. I love that he was also wrong.
Yeah, well, he kind of kept his distance.
Yeah.
From the whole thing. He let Goodwin handle it. He tried to stay off video
as much as he could.
Keep his hands out of it. And I feel like that was probably for a reason, right?
He probably has no bedside manners,
right?
But also, if you're in this scenario, right, would you want to see Jeffrey Wright's character, or would you want to see Vera Farmiga speaking softly into you and helping you get through this situation, right? So I think that's by design,
right?
But then obviously he jumps in and he's just like, I got to take over because she's not getting him to do what we need him to do, and time is of the very essence,
right?
But I do like that he was wrong when he fully explains after he saves Christina, getting her off the train, and the train still blows up, and he still explains like everything that you did, it doesn't matter,
right?
There's nothing there,
right?
And then the end of the movie, it comes out like, there is we did create a no way home scenario, right?
Yep.
The multiverse,
yeah.
So. All right, we'll run through these here. We got Michael Arden as Derek Frost.
He's all right.
So he's our bomber. He's our villain in the movie. It was 2011. We were dealing with still terrorism and stuff like that. We still are to this day, but like that's what a lot of these movies were.
Yeah,
back in that time. But this was a domestic terrorist. His motivation was kind of weak, but I don't think his motivation needed to be the focus, right?
Yeah,
like a lot of the villain. Like we just came out of 2008 and understanding like the Dark Knight, Joker, his motivations, which he really didn't have, and he just wanted to watch the world burn. So this is like a watered down version of that, is what I thought. Once again, I've seen this movie a few times, but after watching it again last night, I was like, oh, okay, you just want to see the world burn.
Right.
But there's
people like that, right?
You want to do it in a North Face jacket, whatever, dude. You know what I mean?
Some frosted tips.
Cool. So he's our villain, and I did like that he, the kid, he missed that every time with the wallet thing or whatever. Mm-hmm. Coulter Stevens missed it every single time until he was just like, wait a tick. Something is off here.
Right.
Something is really off here, man. And it took all those times of going through this to really understand that like there's something off with this kid. So all right. We also have gonna run through the rest of these real quick, man. Russell Peters as Max Denoff. He just plays a comic on the plane. No, this is the guy who played the comic. Yeah, he did. He did play the comic. Yeah, played the comic on the train, and just kind of makes everybody laugh at the end, and kind of gives everybody that really cool shot at the end where everything is like frozen in time.
And Russell Peters is actually a funny guy in general.
I've never seen him do anything. Have you?
Yeah, he's stand up.
Okay. I mean, I'm looking.
I mean, he obviously did not down that train.
Obviously not.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he's a real guy. That's a real comedian.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. All right, and we got just a quick. Scott Bakula plays Donald Stevens, Coulter's father, man. And I will say, I ain't no punk. Straight up, I ain't no punk, dude. But like, that was kind of heart-wrenching conversation, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To have with your father, but your father doesn't know it's actually you.
Right.
You're having the conversation. He's apologizing on behalf of Coulter, but it's actually him, man. Like,
yeah.
That's damn good writing in my book, man. That is some serious good writing, apologizing to your dad. And like, he's like, yeah, man, I'm going through it and it's tough, but like, we'll get through it. You know what I mean? It's tough. So that was a really cool audio cameo by Scott Bakula. Yeah. Yeah, man. So, and that's kind of the cast there, man.
Yeah.
Which is really, really dope cast, man. The best thing about this movie it's not grand in scale. What I mean by that is we have the train.
Yeah.
We have the office is where they're kind of doing the source code thing.
Right.
We kind of have his little pod thing, which is more digital than anything.
Right.
But those are our two main sets, man. And I like the function of using the train and staying on that as much as possible.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. And just keeping the action, keeping everything tight and sustained within the train. But then on top of that, we have that office, that building, I don't even know what you call it, a command center or whatever, where like all you got was like this much of it at first, right?
Yeah, just
and you just get a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and you just keep on getting more and more. And that's more unraveling to understand, like, yo, what the hell is source code and what the hell is going on here?
Right. Right.
This movie is a beautiful unraveling, man, and I like the way that they did that.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing for the music, man. It matched the tone, man.
Yeah. That's a hard one every time.
You know what it is, because it wasn't. I will say, if it's not like Hans Zimmer, excuse me. It's really hard to tell, man. If it's not like John Williams or Hans Zimmer or somebody.
This was a heavy dialogued movie.
Yeah.
They were talking a lot, so it really wasn't any space in there to push any music up front. Right?
Agreed.
Not like a Thief, where they had all kinds of time to just pull off that 80s kind of disco Sith music, right?
That's exactly what it
was.
It's
fantastic.
Bong.
Yeah.
All right, man. Source code and a theme. This one was kind of tough for me, man. When he almost says it, like he does say it in the movie itself, man. At the end, if you had like less than a minute to live, you had minutes to live. You know, what would you do with that? And that's what this movie kind of boils down to. Yes, it's a story of a man in a computer program kind of going back in time to stop a bomber. Yes, it's a story about a man who doesn't know where the hell he is, right? Mm-hmm. But the biggest thing is, like, this guy has 8 minutes. What are you going to do within those 8 minutes, man? And that's the story that Duncan Jones and Ben Ripley were telling. And, you know, he, as in Coulter Stevens, just takes it to the max with everything he can within those 8 minutes, man. I really enjoy that. Like, that last one, like that last back into the source code, man, was just perfect. So. All right, guys, so that's our conversation about Source Code 2011 with Jake Gyllenhaal. JV, your thoughts and ratings on this, brother?
Yeah, I enjoyed this movie. It was very good dialogue back and forth between everybody.
Yeah. And
a lot of hide and seek kind of thing.
Yeah.
We didn't know what was going on at the beginning of the movie. And obviously, you don't really know what's going on until the very end of the movie. The whole time, it's just little, like you said at the beginning, just little onion peels the whole time. I enjoyed it. It was a good watch. Check it out again. I'm going to do a 3 out of 5 buckets popcorn for this one, sir.
Nice.
How about you, man?
Nice. Yeah, man. Ever so often, an original script comes to us, man.
Yep.
And it comes to us, and we're just like, all right, well, we'll see what happens. It's not from a comic book. It's not from a book. It's not from this or that or whatever.
Right.
I need more of these in the theater.
Yeah.
Original ideas. It's tough because almost everything has been done, right? And this is a time travel kind of flick, but with a weird twist on it.
Yeah, we called out like Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Which, it's a different movie.
Yeah.
Fairly same concept.
Yeah.
But it's a completely different movie.
Exactly.
And we all love Groundhog Day.
Love it to death. This one gets 4 buckets of popcorn from me, man. I think Jake Gyllenhaal is at his best in this movie.
Huh?
I think Vera Farmiga is fantastic. I think with Vera Farmiga is like she can be very sweethearted in movies, or she can be very cold just by staring at you, and she's just fantastic at it, man. Like one look and she just can give you that shiver.
Right.
And you kind of see that she's trying to do that at first because she has to keep him focused on the mission.
Yeah.
But and she warms up. Right? And then they actually kind of become, not, I don't say friends, but acquaintances, and they're actually talking about things outside of the mission as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I give this one 4 buckets of popcorn. This is a really fun time, and it's an edge of your seat thriller. I've seen this probably about 10 times.
That's fine.
Yeah, man.
That's fine. All right. Before we roll credits, Clyde, I just want to remind everybody to check out our link tree in the bio.
We got a link tree.
Yep. You can visit our YouTube page and check out all of our socials from there.
We got socials and a YouTube page, guys. So if you want to see all this sexiness, that is Javier, not me. Okay? Check out that YouTube.
Yep. Go click and like, share, subscribe, whatever kids do these days.
Thank you for subscribing to this week's episode, talking through Source Code. Next week, we will be discussing the 2004 flick, Van Helsing.
And that's streaming on Hulu.
I'm Clyde Smith. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as I'm Clyde D. Smith.
I'm Javier Villalobos. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J8200.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.